So today we're graphing tangent. Okay, so I'm going to do it very similar to the way that I've been doing sine and cosine. Okay, but there are going to be some differences. Of course, I start off with the same parent function with transformation so that I can see what's going on. Now, K is still my center line. Okay, so my center line is at y equals -1. Now, my amplitude. Tangent doesn't have an amplitude like sine and cosine does. This is going to be our vertical stretch, okay? But well, you can think of it that way, okay? Instead of amplitude, this is just a vertical stretch by 3. Period. It has no change in period. Tangent still has a period of 2 pi, okay? And the change of period still applies. And of course, that is my h, which is my vertical shift. Since it's negative, we're moving to the right, and we're moving to the right 2 pi. Okay, so a lot of this is very, very similar to what we did with sine and cosine. Okay, so we start with drawing the parent function. So tangent has asymptotes at pi over 2 and 3 pi over 2. This point here, that point there. So there's that part of the parent function, then -1, 0, +1, -1, 0. So here is the parent function of tangent. Okay, and just like any of the other trig functions, we start with a change in period first and my vertical stretch or compression second. We don't have a change in period, so we just have to deal with this vertical stretch. So my first order of business is to do this. So again, it's just a vertical stretch. So really the points I'm going to be looking for are the zeros, and this is stretched up to 3. So like that. That 0 stays the same. This is now at -3. Then we have this one. Look like that. And that 0 stays the same. So it's going to look like that. Okay. And next, I'm going to move everything to pi. Okay, I'm going to do this part next. I'm going to move it to the right 2 pi. So this moves to 2 pi. My asymptote moves to 5 pi over 2. This 0 moves to 3 pi. My asymptote moves to 7 pi over 2. And 2 pi moves to 4 pi. And then this one, of course, ends up there. -3, +3, -3. So there is my shift. Okay, and then my last transformation is moving it down 1. So at this point, you're just moving all of my points down 1. Now the asymptotes aren't going to move because if you move the asymptote down 1, it's not going to make a difference. And that is the red one is my final transformation.